Breathe in. Exhale and settle your hips down. One more time. Nice big breath in. Exhale all that air out. And on your next breath in, come to downward facing dog. That's it. Tuck your toes under. Now, here we are in the morning classes. We're going to do some extra movement here. So on your inhale, bring your right leg up into the air. Yep, kick that heel up as high as it will go. Heel all the way to the ceiling. Yes, now bend your top knee and open up your hip. Go for the full side body stretch here with a big inhale. Deep exhale. One more time, guys. In. And on the way out, bring your foot down. We'll switch sides. Left leg goes up into the air with your breath in. Bend your knee and now open up your hip. Get all of that good space. Deep, long stretch here. One more time. Inhale. Exhale and put your foot down. All right, now right leg. Inhale up into the air. Exhale. Bring your knee to your nose this time. Hug it up and in. Hug, hug, hug. Inhale, press back. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. And you're going to hover there for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, press back. One more time. Right knee, left elbow, cross body this time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, press back. Drop this foot to the ground. Here we go. Left side. Inhale, leg up into the air. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug it in. Hug, hug, hug. Inhale, press back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Come to hover. In, in, in. Inhale, press back. One more time. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, cross body. Here you go. Hug, hug, hug. Inhale, press back. And now bring your foot to the ground. All right, guys, take a deep breath in. Exhale, press your sits bones to the far end of the mat. Let your chest drop down. Walk your feet all the way up to the head of your mat. Take a half lift. Breath in. Ragdoll on your exhale. You can rock from right to left here. Do what's going to feel good in your body this morning. This is the moment to take on the movement. Press your heels into your mat. Hug your inner ankles back and your outer shins in. It's going to feel like a little rotation at your hips. Just like that, press your feet down, and on your inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Take extended mountain, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, hands down to heart center. We're going to open class today with one big Om all together now. Take a breath in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog with your breath in. Downward facing dog, exhale. Now 2 breaths here. In and out. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift with your breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Power breath, big inhale. Blow all that air out. One more time, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale. Step or hop, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Start to create length from your fingertips all the way back to your hips. One more time. Inhale. Bend your knees on the exhale, hop on empty. Halfway lift, forward fold. Extended mountain. One more time. Fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here, and then we'll move to our sun bees. That's it, guys. Big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, hop. Halfway lift, inhale, forward fold. Chair pose, sit low, lift all your toes off the mat, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take right side, warrior one. Breathe in on your way up. Breathe out, hands back down. Upward facing dog. Through to downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Inhale, go up. Exhale, hands back down. Chaturanga. Move through upward facing dog and into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Exhale, hop, feet to hands. Oh yes, halfway lift, forward fold. Chair pose, breath in, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, down dog. Right side, warrior one. See 1 point on the ceiling, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side, warrior one, drishti to one spot. Chaturanga. That's it, everyone. Up dog and through to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in here. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Big breath in. Sigh on the exhale. One more time. Inhale. And your knees, hop, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, breath in, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Find the pause in the pose. Chaturanga. That's it. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Wait for the pause at the top. Then chaturanga. Vinyasa on out of this. We're going to move through upward facing dog and into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in here. Bend your knees. Let's move. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose, shoulders back. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, right side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Up dog. Through to down dog. Left side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And through to downward facing dog. That's it. Take a full breath in here. Blow the air out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. All together. Inhale, chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right side, warrior one. Breathe in all the way up. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Reach all the way through your fingertips. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. and then through to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. We're going to get some bonus breaths here. Sigh. You know, when you need a break to take a breath, to take a drink of water, you're always welcome to stop here in down dog or anywhere else. We're going to run through our last Sunday. Are you ready? Inhale, bend your knees. Let's move. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose. Here it is. Fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, down dog. Right side, warrior one. Breathe in all the way up. Chaturanga and breathe out. Up dog with your inhale. Downward facing dog, left side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Yep, that's it. And into downward facing dog. Take the breath if you need one. Bring your right leg up into the air. Yeah, that's it. A drink of water, fixing your hair. Now bend your top knee and open up your hip. Yes, full side body stretch here. Lift your knee as high as it'll go. Now stay here in three-legged dog or flip dog. Now, if I'm going to tell you one trick that's going to help you out with your whole practice, it's to continue to breathe in this pose. Like your whole practice is depending on just breathing into your lowest ribs here. How loud can you get in this last breath in? Exhale, bring it back over. High plank and into side plank. Right hand down, left hand straight up to the ceiling. Yes, see if you can bring a quality of lightness into this pose. All of the pressing down means that you get to lift up 1 more inch in that top hand. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And through to downward facing dog. Left leg up into the air. Kick your heel up super high. Bend your top knee. Open your hip. Breathe even here. It's going to help you get the full side body stretch before you bring it over for flip dog. That's it. Now press through your heels in this pose. See if you can create the foundation so that it's so strong and powerful that you can lift your hips up 1 more inch into the air. Yes, that's it. Last breath. Come back over, high plank. And into side plank. I know you guys got a fire going on this morning. Spread your fingertips into your top hand and now flex your raised foot. Yep, flex it. Spread all of your toes on that foot. Breathe in. Exhale and chaturanga. Good stuff, Sarah. Upward facing dog. And through to downward facing dog. Take your breath in. Sigh it out. 1 more time, in and sigh. Take right side crescent lunge. Lift it all the way to the head of your mat. Get your feet out wide on your mat here. I say this because I love to fall over in crescent lunge, and it's because I set my base way too skinny every single time. So foot to the opposite end of your mat, and now reach up through your fingertips. See if adding a little bit more width here can actually help you get lower into the lunge. Set your eyes to 1 point and then breathe. Breathe like it's the whole pose. All the way down into your lowest ribs. That's it. 1 more time. In. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And now twist to the right. Oop, your other right. Yep, that's it, Emma. Good stuff. Now, with your top right shoulder, wring it open towards the ceiling. This pose is like wringing out a towel. Each exhale, blow all the air out so that you can wring it a little bit deeper, twist a little bit further. 1 more time. And on your inhale, rise up, take crescent lunge. In warrior 2. Drishti over your fingertips. Gaze to 1 point. come down, extended side angle. So right hand down to the mat. Hey, if you've never tried it out before and you always aim for your elbow on your knee, reach the whole way down here. There's something really powerful about actually getting to press your knee into your elbow. So it's this connection, creating the foundation to the mat in your front hand. Arden, you are so close there. You're like 1 inch away. There you go. Big breath in and chaturanga. You were literally a centimeter away there. Move through upward facing dog on your inhale into down dog on the exhale. Now for real, take a breath in, sigh it out. One more time. Inhale, sigh for the exhale. Left side crescent lunge. Yep, all the way up to the head of the mat. We got wide on the foundation last time. So let's go for long this time. Take your front foot up like 2 more inches. Even if it's a little too far away from you and you're like, I really don't know if my foot should be this far out in front of me, take it there. It's about exploring the practice. Reach your fingertips up. You can't do this wrong. All right, so just try it out. What would it feel like to take this pose just a little bit deeper? Where can you add sprinkle more effort, more energy, more expansion to the pose so that you get a new experience of it, like you've never done crescent lunge before? Are you ready? Your hands to heart center. Now we're going to twist to the left. Yep, focus on your top shoulder. You can keep your hands at heart center or even open them. Yes, Nancy. Now think about twisting that left shoulder towards the ceiling. Yep, as low as you can go. Nicole, you can even bring your hips 1 more inch lower. Yes, there you are. Big breath in. Bring it out. Inhale, rise up. Take crescent lunge. And into warrior 2. Whew. I love warrior to set up for extended side angle. Come all the way down here. I don't know what it was. As soon as I started reaching for my mat or a block, this pose just became so much better. See if you can get a little bit lower in your front knee. When you get lower into the lunge, there's actually a bigger stretch to be found in your top hand. Yep, that's it. 1 inch lower here. And now chaturanga. We'll move on out. Yep, sigh if you need one. Upward facing dog. And into downward facing dog. Take your breath in. Blow the air out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Now, usually I love to just stay in chair for this first round. But today, bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Now, these twisties are absolutely the best here. They do tons of good stuff for your body. See if you can sink your hips lower than your heart. Oh, yeah, I know. That means bringing your hips 2 more inches closer to the ground and then lifting in your shoulders. Yeah, Mike, just like that. Good stuff. Ready? Last breath. And on your inhale, rise up, take chair pose. Fold. Out, feet out wide towards the edges of your mat. Bring your pointer fingers around your big toes. And let your head hang all the way down. You can shake your head yes and no here if your neck has forgotten how to fall down. Set your drishti intentionally here in this pose. So your drishti being not only your gaze, like yes, put your eyes on one spot and keep it there, but also your intention and your attention. So you're not just looking at one spot, you're actually consciously putting your attention, putting your focus there. We're going to use it pose to pose. So are you ready? Chair pose, round 2. Here it is. Set your drishti up in each pose. Choose this new point where you're going to put your attention for chair pose, even right here. Sit your hips 1 inch lower, then bring your hands to heart center, twist to the left. Set your drishti up. It's the first thing that you want to do in every single pose. Eyes to one point so that you can focus here, keeping all of your attention just to this one spot, even through your last breath. And on your inhale, rise up, take chair pose, fold. Bring your feet out wide on your mat, and now tuck your palms underneath your toes. Of course, if you can reach. Bring softness to your knees. Don't worry, I personally have a hard time remembering that for this pose too. It's all right. Bring some new softness to your knees, letting your chest settle down towards your thighs. If you haven't yet set your drishti for this pose, that spot, the place where you put your gaze and your attention, set it up now. Pose to pose. Each time you hit a new one, new drishti. Are you ready? Crow pose, goddess squat, any other version of the pose that you like to pick, this is your moment. Yogis, are you ready? You have this for 5, 4, 3, hug your low belly up and in, 2, 1, chaturanga. Move through up dog on your breath in, and into downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a full breath in here. Breath out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. On your inhale, roll all the way out to standing. We'll take right side eagle. So right arm wraps under, right leg wraps over top. Your drishti set in this pose. Usually in balancing poses, it takes me all of eagle. I mean, this side, the next side, and then the second set just for me to get my eyes set up. So choose that one point now. And when you notice you wiggle in the pose or your eyes start to move, bring it back to this one point. See if you can keep your drishti as you switch to the next side. So left arm under, left leg over, eyes to the same point. It's a little challenge for you. Now, naturally, your mind's going to wander at some point. You're going to start thinking about something else. You're going to fall over. All of these are options. But each time, see if you can course correct a focus, attention, gaze to this one spot. On your inhale, step out. We're going to take right arm under, right leg over, second set of eagle. So now that you have your gaze set and you know how this pose already feels, let's take it a little closer to the edge. See if you can sit into the pose deeper. Now pull your elbows up just a little bit more so that they're right in front of your shoulders. Yeah, that's it. Good adjustments. Step out and switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over. This is the last eagle. So we're going to get really cued in, tuned into this drishti. Last opportunity for it here. Gaze set. Each time you want to wiggle, bring your attention back to this one point. Now, press through your heels. The one on the floor and even the one in the air, flex your feet. Get a little bit lower in the pose. Hug your front ribs into center line. You have this last breath here. Exhale, step out of the pose. All right, now shake your arms out. I usually need that between these poses. I just can't transfer from one to the next. We're going to take right side standing leg raise. You can do this however you want. Grab your knee, or you can reach all the way for your toes if you'd like. Now, most people think that this pose is hard because your leg is in the air. I'm going to tell you, the challenge here is moving your drishti. Get your raised foot flexed. Now, purposely, bring your eyes over your right shoulder, eyes first. Extend your right hand. I meant left hand and left leg. You know what? Eyes back to center. Come back here. Here we go. All right, put your foot down. We're going to shake this out and try it again. Are you ready? You know what? I feel like we should do a double down and do it on the left side too, just to make it even. So left leg up in the air. We're doing it different this morning, okay? Here we go. Feet flexed. Now, eyes to the left. Yep, legs to the left, all the way out here. We're going to try it just for this morning. Here you go. Now, eyes back to center. Yep, legs to center. Put both feet down. Okay, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. This happens. We're going to do it the right way this time. Bring your right leg up into the air. Here we go. Second set of standing leg raise. So the point is to move your drishti before you move your body. Let's see if I can do this right. Eyes over your left shoulder. Bring your left hand out. Now move your leg to the right. Yep, just like that. Moving your drishti before you move your body. Eyes to center. Legs to center. Drishti on the floor. Airplane. Ooh, 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 yes, you have this. Don't worry, yogis. You've got it. Press through your back heel. Yep, flex your foot. And now reach your shoulders up. So they're like upward facing dog here. Press out as hard as you can from edge to edge in the pose. Half moon. Yep, sometimes you're going to wiggle. Set up your drishti. One big breath in here. Lift your top foot up as high as it'll go on this last inhale. Both feet down, forward fold. You can take your feet wide on the mat, rock right to left in your forward fold. It's a lot of work on one hip here. So this is the way you release the sides of your hips. And on your inhale, let's roll all the way up to standing. Left side standing leg raise. So we get to move through all three of these poses. Are you ready? Left leg up into the air. Flex your feet and get serious about this drishti. Are you ready? Eyes to the right. Now reach your palm towards that drishti point in your right side and bring your legs to the left. That's it. Gaze and then body. Eyes to center. Legs to center. Airplane. Moving your drishti from point to point. I appreciate those of you who are being careful about not kicking your neighbor in the head. One more breath here. Move your eyes, half moon. Now, if you really want to see how drishti affects a whole pose, bring your drishti up to the ceiling. It's like my maximum challenge in half moon for myself. Kick that top foot up as high as it'll go. Eyes to the ceiling. One more big breath in. Both feet down. You can forward fold if you need to. Rock right to left, or just shake out your arms and your legs, whatever feels good there. Let's move for right side dancer. Now we're going to do one set of dancer. So let's set it up. Ready? Set. Right side dancer. 5 breaths when you get here. Count them out for yourself. And when you reach the end of your 5 breaths, you'll switch to left side dancer. Don't worry, we're all gonna meet up in the same pose in the end. So at your own speed, left side dancer when you're ready. Reach your front palm towards your drishti point. Yep, almost like you're gonna give it a high five. At that 5th and final breath, bring your foot down to the mat. Hey, good job. We're all about the same pace. We're gonna take right side tree pose from here. So foot to your ankle, your shin, or all the way up to your thigh for tree pose. Ground down through your heel. And now this is another pose to challenge yourself with drishti. Move your eyes up to the ceiling. If you're feeling pretty good with that, you can also reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And now the real challenge, move your eyes back about 6 inches. And then you can see if you can move them back another 6, creating this little back bend here in tree. That's it. One more breath, back 6 more inches, and we'll switch sides. Shake your arms and legs out if you need to, and switch left side tree pose. So drishti typically starts in front of you in this pose. You can bring your hands to heart center, whatever feels right. If you're feeling solid in this pose and you want to kick it up a notch, bring your eyes to the ceiling. Then bring your fingertips up. And from here, you can start working into that back bend. It's all about pressing down through your heel and lifting up to create the lift backwards. You have this good big breath here. All right, feet down. Shake it out. Come all the way to the head of your mat. Yep, all the way up here to the head. And on your inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift with your breath in. Chaturanga, blow all that air out. Move through upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog, right foot to the head of your mat. Now, I've been doing an alternative here instead of triangle, so here's what we're doing today. With your right foot to the head of your mat, jump your left foot up and behind your right one. So your left foot is going to sit on the outside of your right foot. Let your right knee bend and straighten out your left leg. You're looking for a stretch that starts in your left hip and can reach all the way down to your ankle. If you're getting a lot of feedback from this pose, your body's giving you lots of sensations, you can always add a block underneath of your fingertips to help you reach up a little bit more. That's it. So looking for a bend in your front knee and then straightening out your back one to add a little bit more stretch here. This is a sciatic stretch. So that thing that pinches in your low back after sitting or standing all day, it's this nerve. This is exactly what you can blame for that. One of my favorite stretches here, and it's really easy to do. You can do it literally wearing anything, anywhere. And when you're ready, yogis, bring your foot back, and we're going to take side-facing wide-legged forward fold. So step it all the way to the back of your mat. On your inhale, rise to standing. Both feet face the long end of your mat. Fold all the way forwards. You can bring your fingertips out in front of you for a long stretch here. Plant your fingertips down into the mat and then sink your weight into your heels and into your hips. You're looking for a long stretch all along your spine. Take a full breath in here. Exhale. On your inhale, rise up. We're going to half split or full split variations today. So if you have your blocks, I always recommend bringing one with you, or a big water bottle works as well. Your back left knee is going to come down to the mat, right foot out in front of you. So the real key to this is to, first of all, get your front heel off the end of your mat. Your mat is specifically designed so that you don't slip on it. However, it's a real challenge when you're trying a half split or a full split. So flex your front foot. And now the real thing here, yogis, is that no matter where you're at, you're looking for a stretch up the back side of your front leg. But if you're feeling pretty good here in half split, see what might happen if you press your front heel 1 inch forwards. Keep pulling your right hip backwards so that your pelvis stays neutral. And try 1 more inch. It can be 1 centimeter too. I used to have this fear when I was trying out half splits or full splits that, like in a cartoon, I was somehow going to fall in a split that I was never going to get out of. And in all of my years of teaching and practicing, I have never personally seen that happen in class. So try it out. See if you've got 1 more centimeter here to bring that front heel forwards. Okay, and we'll be done with this. Move through downward facing dog. If you want a vinyasa, get your chaturangas in there. Upward facing dog. But everybody's going to end up in downward facing dog. When you're ready, bring your left foot all the way to the head of your mat. And then we're going to step your right foot forwards behind your left to create our hip stretch on the opposite side. So you're looking for a stretch in your right leg this time. Looking to bend your front knee and then straighten out your left one. I find that when I want to turn up the intensity for this pose a little bit more, and I've really got as much bend and straighten in my knee as I can take, popping one hip out towards the side a little bit further, add just a smidge more heat to this pose. Look for that full stretch down. Get all that you can in this last breath. And when you're ready, uncross your legs. We're going to move through to side facing wide leg forward fold, however you want to get there. So opposite side of your mat this time. It doesn't matter which side you face. Inhale and fold all the way down on your exhale. Now go for a little bit of movement in this pose. Whether you want to take ninja lunges, moving from side to side, or even if you're just working on getting the bind in your hands to go down a little bit further, try that on. Get all that you can out of this pose in your last breath here, as deep as you can go. And on your inhale, we'll rise up and take the left side half split. So right knee is going to go down, left leg out in front of you. Make sure that you're all the way at the head of your mat so that your front heel is off the end of it. Yep, that's it. There you go, Emma. Good stuff. Now, 2 blocks, 1 block, whatever it can be, can help you out here. So the trick about having lots of block options with you, or honestly, even a really good sturdy water bottle, is that as you're working into this pose, your block and your water bottle can actually help you in a multitude of ways. So the obvious ones are keeping them under your hands. But if you've got a little bit more space, you can try your block underneath of your front leg as an added support here. And then as you work with the pose, you can turn the block down lower and lower to help with the support. Flex your front foot. See if you've got one more last centimeter here in this pose. And then we'll be done with it. Move out of your split however you'd like to. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, roll all the way into a high plank, and then we'll lower down onto the mat. From here, hands out wide. We're going for locust pose, round one. Press down, lift up, inhale, locust pose. Here you go. Go for lengthen the pose over height by keeping your chin tucked. One more breath, all the way back down. You can knock your knees from right to left if you'd like. Go for a second set. Ready, set, press down, lift up, inhale, locust pose, round two for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Knees side to side. We're gonna go for floor bow. Hands back to catch both of your ankles or one at a time. Ready, set, press down, lift up, inhale, floor bow, round one. Flex your top foot and then press your shins back towards the far wall. Yep, using your legs here to get the lift up into this pose. Exhale, come back down. Knees side to side. Second set. Ready? Set. Floor bow to round two. Press down, lift up, inhale, shoulders back, feet back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way back down. Hands by your low ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulders back, lift all the way up. Knees down, and we're going to come to camel. So, one set of camel today. Traditionally, tuck your toes underneath of yourself. Hips stay stacked over top of your knees. Hands back to your back pockets, and then lift through the center of your chest. Now breathe. All the way into your lowest ribs. Stay for your last inhale and exhale. On your breath in, rise up and out of this pose. We're going to rock the whole way onto your spine for bridge pose. Now, we're going to do 2 warm-up bridges. So you get to choose however you want to do those. Let's go. Press down, lift up, inhale, bridge pose, round one. In this first set, get your shoulders tucked underneath of yourself. Make that the priority of this pose. Toes, not toes, other one. Fingers so that you can barely scrape the ends of your heels. All right, come back down. You can knock your knees from side to side if you'd like. And when you're ready, set, press down, lift up, inhale, bridge pose, round two. Get your core active here by hugging in through your legs, hugging into center line, pressing your heels down into the mat. And on your exhale, come all the way back down. Hey, Suzette, how many counts do you want to do in wheel today? You'd choose a number between 1 and 5. 4. Love that. All right. We're going to do 1 bridge or wheel today. 4 counts. Are you ready? Set. Press down, lift up, inhale, bridge or wheel for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck your chin, come all the way back down. Take Supta Baddha Konasana with 1 hand on your heart and 1 hand on your belly. Take a moment to get connected with your breath. to feel it moving under your top hand, moving under your bottom hand. Take happy baby, hands by the outer edges of your feet. And from here, rock right to left. On your next inhale, bring both of your heels straight up to 90 degrees. Now from here, reach your fingertips up towards your toes. You're going to curl your head and chest up off of the mat, keeping your low belly on the ground. We're just going to take some little crunches. Are you ready? On each exhale, crunch up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring your knees down to parallel with the ground. Now press your hands against your knees. I absolutely love this abs exercise because you cannot mess this one up. Now, all you have to do here is hug your hands into your knees and your knees up into your hands. That's it. All you're doing is creating that pressure here. As you press, feel your belly button drop down towards the mat below you. Keep breathing. Yes, you have, Angela. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale. Now on your next exhale, drop your right hand and drop your right leg. On your inhale, bring them back up. Exhale, left hand, left leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale and switch. Keep moving back and forth for 10, 9. Now, the more pressure you add between your hand and the knee, the harder this one gets. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Feet flex. 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock head to toe 3 times. All the way forwards and all the way backwards. From here, we're going to move to downward facing dog. And from down dog into right side, half pigeon. Get connected to your drishti. So you can choose to keep your eyes open in this pose. That's one way to do it. With a physical drishti, one where you're putting your gaze on one spot. But drishti, more than just being about your eyesight, is about your attention and also your intention as well. So if you'd like to, close your eyes. From here, set your drishti, so your internal attention, to your breath. And not just like this general idea of your breath, but the physical sensations attached to it. The feeling of your inhale. How warm your breath is on the exhale. Feeling your rib cage move with your breath. And now the challenge here with the drishti is not this rigid attention, where you're really forcing your mind to stay in this one place, sticking with your breath. But noticing when your mind starts to wander, because that's what's natural, that's what happens, see if you can course correct and nudge your brain back towards this breath. If your mind's wandered, bring it back to your breath. One more time, take a full inhale, followed by a complete exhale, and then we'll switch sides. Move through downward facing dog and into left side half pigeon. See how quickly you can set up your drishti once again. If you really want a challenge, can you even keep your eyes, your gaze, your drishti on your breath, even as you move from pose to pose, from side to side? Working with a pose like half pigeon is one of the best ways to train drishti, to get to train your focus, because your body is giving you a lot of feedback, right? Usually there's a good amount of sensation. Your body's got a lot of talk coming from that hip that you're stretching out. You can take the time to notice that on your inhales. Go, okay, hey, this is what my body has to say. And on your exhales, let it go. So each new breath is this new consciousness, this new experience of your body in the pose. See if you can deepen your breath here. Taking longer inhales, followed by complete exhales where you're wringing all that air back out. One more time. Take a breath in, followed by an exhale. When you're ready, bring your weight into your left hip and swing your right leg around. We're going to come to a seated position. On your inhale, let your legs go out long, soft knees here. Reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, fold all the way down towards your toes. Keep your knees soft here. It actually changes which muscles you're stretching. One more time with a nice big breath in. Exhale, fold as deep as you can go. And on your next inhale, rise up and we'll take tabletop. So fingertips facing your heels. Press your heels into the mat, hips up, let your head drop back for tabletop. If you're doing a traditional tabletop, I love to add a little rock forwards and backwards here to stretch out the front side of my shoulders. On your next breath, bring your hips all the way down to your mat. And let's get upside down into shoulder stand, waterfall, handstands, headstands, anything where you get to have your hips up above your heart. One more time. Actively press both heels up towards the ceiling. Activate your low belly and hug it up and in. For my shoulder stands, you can move to plow. That's it. Press through your heels. And now hug into center line. Hug, hug, hug. And when you're ready, you can come all the way back down. Yep, one vertebrae at a time. Hug both knees up into your chest. Drop your knees to the left. Eyes over your right shoulder for supine twist. With each breath, let your shoulders melt all the way down onto the mat. With your next breath in, swap sides. Let your knees fall to the right, eyes to the left for supine twist in the opposite direction. Thank you. On your inhale, hug your knees up into your chest. Take Shavasana with your legs and arms out long, eyes closed. For my yogis in studio, there's a cold eye towel by the upper right-hand corner of your mat. Take a breath in. On your exhale, let everything settle down onto the mat. Bring some movement back to your fingertips. Then bring movement back to your toes. When you're ready, hug your knees up into your chest. Rock onto your right side with your forehead on the mat. On your breath in, make your way up to a seated position. And from here, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands down to heart center. And together, we'll close class with one Om. Take a breath in. Bring your thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Thank you for showing up today. Not only for yourself, but for your yogi neighbors beside you, for letting them have community, and also for letting me get to do the thing that I love, which is be here and teach. Together, we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thank you. And today, I also wanted to announce we have Jeanette joining us from home, and it is actually her birthday today. So thank you so much, Jeanette. We're going to give you a round of applause here in studio. Thanks so much for joining us on your special day. We love having you here. Everybody, thanks for coming to class. It was great to have you.